There's a lot of information out there and frankly, a lot of noise, so we wanted to help you break through the clutter and provide a place to go for great information in a format that's easy to consume. Hey, I'm Jeff Harrell with Tyler Technologies, and I'll be hosting a new Tyler Tech podcast starting this spring. Now, the world doesn't need another boring podcast, so our promise to you is to explore issues facing communities in a way that's both enlightening and entertaining. In fact, here's a sneak peek into our first series, which is a dive into the 4 generations that communities are asked to serve today. This preview is with me and generational expert Jason Dorsey. Jason, why is the research that we did together so important?
This research has never been more important. I would even argue urgent, because governments need to understand how to engage with their communities, with their stakeholders, with those they're trying to serve. And there's a lot of myths around what best works across generations that we're going to shatter through this research. We're going to bring real data and numbers to how different generations want to engage depending on the type of interaction. And I think more importantly, what we're going to see is that every single generation wants to engage more deeply with their local governments and government in general.
And I know you guys use a very thoughtful methodology at CGK. Why is that so important?
What we invented is called generational context, which is the ability to look across generations and really recognize the lens of your own generation. Every generation brings their own sort of generational viewpoint or generational goggles, if you will, to an event, to an experience, to even a problem. And so being able to recognize that and sort of separate that out and show people how they already look at that is really empowering, because for the first time they go, oh, that's why I see the world this way as a baby boomer or as a Gen Xer. And in reverse, that's why the millennial happens to respond in that way.
Just give us a couple of maybe nuggets that they're going to learn through this 4-part series.
I think the most shocking thing that people are going to see is the similarities among generations that people would not expect. The 2 generations that keep popping up as similar are definitely not the ones that people would guess if they were asked. I think that's really shocking. I think the way each generation wants to use technology to engage with government is also very surprising. And then also how government was really built and designed for one generation, yet now it's trying to adapt to reach 3, 4, and even 5 generations. And those are the types of insights that you can't see in the data sets that are out there and sort of these qualitative conversations, sort of coffee conversations that people have, but you need great research to really pull those out and then be able to tell us what to do with it. So I think there's tons of surprises, no matter your role in government, no matter your role as a leader, even if you're just a community member and you're going, I wonder what government should do in order to best engage each generation or my own generation. All of that is in the study, which I'm thrilled to share, and I'm very fired up to be able to cover it here in this podcast series with you.
Woo, well, you can see why I'm so excited to bring you this information, and this is just the first of many insightful podcasts to come on topics important to communities today. You'll find the Tyler Tech Podcast on all the major platforms, including Apple Podcasts, so please subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you very, very soon.